Coast LP Reviews. Today we're reviewing a beer by Drekker Brewing Co. This is their Apricot Shortbread Cookie. Slang de Jour, Sour et la Mode. Pretty cool looking can art. So I believe this is like their pie slash pastry series. On the side of the can it says malt, pale two-row, oats, hops, Hallertau Blanc, floral, lactobacillus culture, house ale yeast, gimmicks. It says apricot, almonds, shortbread cookies, granola, coconut, and vanilla beans. ABV, oh that's right, ABV's on the bottom. It says canned on 5/11/22. Today is 10/16. Says it's about 5 months old, this can. And the ABV is 7.5% alcohol by volume. So yeah, so this is pretty much like a heavily fruited by Drekker Brewing Co. But like I said, this is more of their pie series. So yeah, let's crack this open. I got my beer that I usually drink, my heavily fruited sours. Let's crack this open. All right, go for the pour. Probably should have rolled the can a little bit, but so it's not as thick as like your brains, but there's definitely a nice thickness to this beer. It's got this, it says like, it's like a slightly orange, slightly brownish orange. First beer of the day. It's got this sudsy, very big bubbly head on top. That frothy, kind of looks like the brains. That frothy, big bubbly head on top. It's already creating this nice puree lacing around the top of the glass as well. And yeah, lots of effervescence, lots of bubbles bouncing around in there. And yeah, let's go for the nose on this one. This beer smells so good. So full disclosure, I've already had this before. I did save a can for the review. You get that apricot on the aroma is definitely very prominent. You get like this sugary, sweet apricot along with that almond nuttiness and that pastry, biscuity shortbread cookie, like that buttery shortbread cookie aroma. There's a little bit of a sour, acidic note, but for the most part, it smells really good. That apricot shortbread cookie comes through, or the shortbread cookie comes through very prominent. And like I said, that apricot and almond blend very well together. They definitely create a great aroma, in my opinion. Now it says it uses coconut, but I'm not really getting any coconut. I get a little bit of that vanilla, but I think that kind of just blends together with the cookie aroma. But yeah, overall, this is probably one of my favorite smelling beers by Drekker, as far as the heavily fruited. Let's dive into this. Cheers, guys. Definitely a decent tart aftertaste. A little astringent, a little dry. You're left with that sugary sweetness. That cookie flavor lingers. The apricot lingers. Actually, I take that back. I think I'm getting a little bit more of the apricot that lingers on the finish. So the apricot note is definitely carried throughout. It's more noticeable after it lingers so often. in between is that shortbread cookie, biscuity, buttery, pastry-like flavor. It's not a super thick, heavily fruited sour, but it's definitely thick. It's not as thick as, like, let's say your Brains, but it's definitely full body, full flavor. Not overly sweet. I wouldn't say that this beer is cloying. There's a decent amount of sweetness, but just that shortbread cookie note on this beer is top notch, A1 in my opinion. And the apricot really does enhance that that flavor of just an overall great tasting beer. The almond is definitely more noticeable on the finish as well. Carbonation, I'd say, is a bit on the lighter side. I'd say it's like light to medium. And that sour note kind of blends really well with the sweetness. I think the sweetness does kind of cut through that sour, and it's not overly sour. It gives you more like a tart finish. This beer is super dangerous in my opinion, because I could just keep drinking it. I really like this one. The Apricot Shortbread Cookie. Number on this one, like I said, it's got that buttery, biscuity shortbread cookie flavor in it that I'm a really big fan of. And then the apricot just adds a nice fruity aspect to it. I'll give this beer like a 97. I really do like it. So it was $5.65 for the single can, which isn't too bad of a price, especially for like a single can of Drekker Brewing Co. the heavily fruited. As I have bought single cans of their product in the past for like $7, so some places do upcharge. This place, fortunately, doesn't upcharge on their single cans, so you can just buy a single can at the same price as if it were a 4-pack. So it's definitely a plus. Yeah, I like this beer. It's one of those heavily fruited sours that's definitely unique. It's not just a bunch of fruits blended together. I think I had this discussion with Joe from the Beer Patrol. A lot of heavily fruited sours is just like a big blend of fruits, and it's pretty much just like a smoothie. This one's definitely on more on the unique side, but it hits it out of the park for what they were going for. And I feel like if you're a fan of shortbread cookies, that you would really enjoy this beer. Even some people who don't enjoy beer would probably really enjoy this one as well. But yeah, other than that, I'm definitely going to recommend this one if you guys see this, the Apricot Shortbread Cookie. And I'm going to continue to buy more of this Slang de Jours because I haven't had one that was disappointing so far. So definitely recommend the lineup of the Slang de Jours, and I specifically recommend this Apricot Shortbread Cookie one. So yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Look at beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.